Hello my homies, this is OneSmartCat playing some more Spellslingers, and today I have my answer to the Ashiok nerf that we got in this last patch. Now this is Ashiok, if you don't know. They were, that's actually kind of gross. They were a huge problem to be dealt with in the last patch because of, let me see, am I big right now? I am big. Okay, I just made myself big. Okay, I make myself small again. I think you're able to see this whenever I'm small. I don't remember. Anyway, their mechanic was making nightmares, and whenever they made nightmares, whenever they got any card in their deck that wasn't originally in the deck, then they gave the opponent a nightmare. Now, it used to be the nightmare would go into the top 10 cards of the opponent's deck, and every time that opponent drew a nightmare, they would lose a health and you would gain a health. This was huge. Like, it eventually, the nightmares would stack. Your opponent could draw a card that had 7 nightmares on it. They would immediately lose 7 health and you would gain 7 health. Like, it was great for sustain. It was great for the long game. Like, you just slowly killed your opponent. All you had to do is stay alive. That was it. The nerf that Ashiok got was now it goes into the top 15 cards of the deck. And it might be like, oh, well, it's just 5 extra cards. That's actually a pretty big deal. Like, the fact that your nightmares can spread from the top throughout the top 15 of the cards, it makes them a lot less reliable for life gain and damage and everything. It makes them a lot less reliable. Like, the nerf is actually huge. I've played against a bunch of Ashioks who are still trying to use them the same way, and it's just not viable anymore to use them the way that we used to be using them. So I've created this. I call it the Chaotic Mill. Excuse me. I call it the Chaotic Mill. I do use, what is this one called? Yeah, the Yawning Portal. This, it still gives your opponents nightmares, but it doesn't prioritize giving nightmares. Like, giving nightmares is almost a secondary thing. Like, essentially, we're not going to rely on winning the game using nightmares. I do have all the robots here. That way we get random cards, and those will create nightmares. But it's more just getting all the random cards so that we can be pretty chaotic, and our opponent's not going to know what we're going to be doing. We're not going to know what we're going to be doing because we don't know what cards we're going to get. We have some sustain with like the early crab and stuff like that. And then we're leaning into what blue and black does best, which is removal. So we have some Unsummon and some Flagrant Foul, which I'm assuming is supposed to be murder. I don't know. There might be a Flagrant Foul card. I don't fucking know. And we're leaning a bit more into the mill as well. Our mill is there for 2 purposes. Number 1, since the nightmares are in the top 15 cards, not the top 10 anymore, we want them to draw as many cards as they can. That way they get as many nightmares as they can, even though we're not focusing on that. Number 2, we can mill them and we can win the game that way. And then yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. We don't care about the long game. Usually when you're Ashiok, you want there to be a long game. That way you can just keep putting nightmares in there. This deck doesn't care about that. And hopefully I can show you how it works. I've been pushing that button lately. Okay, let me try to do that. And let me make myself small. I remember to make myself small. Ooh, Liliana. Man, Ashiok got hit hard with the nerf. Fucking, they nerfed their shit out of him. Like, it's like I said.
To put on a good show.
going from 10 to 15 might not seem that bad, but it's a pretty big nerf. And if you used to play as Ashiok before the patch and now after the patch, then you completely understand then, because you can tell. You can definitely tell. Let's start getting our random cards. There we go. So we are still gonna be putting nightmares in there. I'm not saying we're completely giving up on the nightmare thing, but it is not entirely our focus. That's not the only thing we want to do. Okay, I have 2 of those in my deck as well. So we're looking to be playing aggressive. This is an aggressive Ashiok deck. We're gonna attack. We're gonna unsummon their creatures. We're gonna murder their creatures. We're gonna play aggressively. Because I had Ashiok deck before the patch, and literally everything in that deck was just about doing nightmares, like everything. So like I get it, you know, but that's not the world we live in anymore. We don't live in that Ashiok, that world that Ashiok used to reign supreme with blue-black control, and all you have to do is just stay alive. I'm surprised he sacrificed his flyer for that. I wouldn't have killed my flyer for that. We can make it 6/4. Do we want to get rid of our Sphinx and make this a 6/4? A turn 4 6/4?
Anybody need a spell?
I think I might do that.
Boundless potential. No, we're gonna go this way. We'll go this way. Suppressing hostiles.
We're gonna be proactive in like our unsummons and stuff like that, just to like fuck with them, you know, just to give them a headache. We still might do this. I haven't decided yet. I don't know how aggressively I want to try to mill him.
We getting paid for this, Gorm.
What does he get whenever he attacks? Whenever he damages.
One must protect one's craft.
Hey, we drew a nightmare.
Your thoughts are an open
See,
door.
using the nightmares as a secondary mechanic, as opposed to a primary one, it definitely helps. It makes it so we're not as focused as just throwing, you know, nightmares in the deck. Because before, that's literally all I used to do with Ashiok. Like I didn't care about anything else. I didn't even used to play the game as Ashiok. I just threw nightmares in somebody's deck. That's all I did. It was like more nightmares, more nightmares, more nightmares. Okay, so he has that now. Did he already get his spell thing? The wizards get this shit so fucking quick. This is off of the wizard class thing.
Mind if I try? drop in?
Why would you do that? I was drawing cards for you. Don't you like to draw cards? I was just drawing cards. We were drawing cards.
Open door.
That's fine.
Mind if I drop in?
Where did he get that from? Did he steal that from me somehow? Well, we don't want that blocking our flyer. That'd be no fun. Did he just get a copy of my murder thing? Okay, well, he's about to murder my flyer. Give a friendly creature relentless. Nice. Yeah, murder my flyer, you bitch. He's gonna come back. That's good. I just took that card from him. That's awesome. I'm using his card to save my mill machine. We are in complete control of this fucking game. And we're not even worried about doing our nightmares. How many nightmares do we have in there? We only have 4 nightmares in there. And we don't have shit for nightmares in there. How many times can I say nightmare in one fucking game? Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. Sorry. I pictured somebody like falling asleep. I don't know why somebody would be falling asleep to me, but I had pictured that, and then I'm like, nightmare, nightmare. Oh, that made me laugh. How many cards do you have? We can't really mill him yet. Oh, I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, just get this out of the way. You use Unsummon to like just to fuck with people. Like unsummon everything like just for fun. I honestly really enjoy this Ashiok deck. Like I like playing chaotic decks, so like the fact that we have like all these robots like is fun for me, because like I like getting random cards and just like going with the flow, and then using nightmares as a secondary makes me focus more on the game, because now I'm actively trying to kill my opponent opposed to just trying to outlast them. This is a much more engaging way to play Ashiok than before, which is honestly a good thing. You know, it sucks that they got nerf, but I feel like I'm actually playing the game now with Ashiok, as opposed to before I was just trying to stay alive as Ashiok until my nightmares killed my opponent. So I think this is a good change for him. My opponent has quit. I'm pretty sure that whenever I unsummon their bird, they're like, all right, we're fucking done. So, yep. There we go. Yeah. I will have the deck in the description. Try it out. It's a pretty budget deck. Let's look at it again real quick. Oh, I got the burps. Excuse me. Let's look at it again real quick. Wow.
Shall we begin?
I mean, it's a pretty budget deck, honestly. You know, those are all of these guys are all normals. The Sphinx is normal. That's like a rare. Normal. Yeah, this is a super budget deck. That one's the purple. There's one purple. 3 purples. Eldritch Tutor. It's like 3 purples and 3 blues. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Y'all need to try this deck out. It works. Not only that, but like it feels good to actually playing a game with Ashiok opposed to just staying alive. So
Shall we begin?
that's going to be it for this game. Hopefully I'll see you in another one of my videos. Till then, wee!